Hello, hello, hello. Oh, we don't need. Why is that? Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, that's that. So that's hide that one. Hi, Pencil. How you doing, bud? What's up? Get a shorty in here today before I have to head off to the in-laws. And yeah, they'll do iRacing pretty much most of the day tomorrow. I think is the plan. Oh, oh shit! I hit the wrong button. Oh yeah, I don't have a mute button over here. Let me fix that right now. Oh wait, no, that's on this piece.
He is amused by the simplicity of this game.
CBRC 177 resubbed. Tier 1 at 3 months. Morning casket, running trains today, eh?
Morning, CB. Thank you very much for the 3 months. I appreciate that continued support here. Yeah, I don't have a whole lot of time. I'm gonna be jumping off around 2:30, and it's 10 and 12 right now, so that really wouldn't give me a whole lot of time to get much done, iRacing wise. So I'm right now moving a. Is that the one I need? Yeah. Nope. That's weird. Huh. Oh, I see what it's doing. I see what it's doing. There we go. I didn't have a mute button on the main screen here for the stream deck, so now I do. Now I do. So we got that done. We'll take what we can get. Yeah. Yeah, that's kind of the way I'm trying to go about this, I bring that up. There we go. That's the one thing I need to force myself into. I've gotten into that rut where it's like, it's not really worth it, so I'm not going to do it. And it doesn't really help the channel, does it? So, I did not hear that. Why did I not hear the channel points? Or did I miss that because I was focused on something else? Did it play? JB, how you doing, by the way? It's been a minute since I streamed from this desk, so I don't know if everything's still going to work right. I don't know if shit's going to work right or not. You know what? I also just thought about it. I should probably I've got alerts, game cam. Let's add for the vertical, the chat. I don't know if y'all over there that might be watching this will be able to see it, but where to put it? Where to put it? I guess right there is fine. I mean, it's not very big. Let me take a quick look here. See, is that one of those things? Because I don't remember if I heard it or not.
You're just like me.
Yeah, I should have. I should have.
You're a smart motherfucker. That's right.
All right. Back to my F1 over here. I've got the browser muted so I can watch F1 sprint qualifying over here on this monitor and not get yelled at by YouTube. All right. So I just started a new save here. I've been having some issues and they're still cropping up. So what I've decided, oh no, no. You're not going over there, dipshit. I've been getting some errors and everything, and I started this one off to try to sort everything out, and I thought it was working, and now suddenly passengers are not getting picked up or dropped off at Ella. And so I said, fuck it. I'm not doing passengers anymore. So this save no longer has passengers. It is heavily modded. We've got the AR branch line in here, which includes Birdtown and Cherokee all the way up to Ravenford. I also downloaded a new mod here. It's Tuskegee Steelwork. I have not gotten to this because you have to build the bridge first. Look at this behemoth once it decides to load. There it comes. There it is. Look at this behemoth. Just holy crap. So I'm looking forward to getting into this one. Yeah, that definitely looks like it's going to be a very big challenge. And this area here, turns out, is another yard. So I didn't realize it. Night came, all the stuff got delivered, and then there were cars over here, and I'm like, well, I can't get to those. So I had to quit the game without saving so I could roll it back on the autosave and then quickly turn it off when it came back in so I didn't have cars stuck over here. So what, you've been here for 15 streams, or 3 months I've only had 15 streams? Yeah, it's big. All hand built, blender built, all of that. So I forget who did it. It was Hater. Let me take a quick look over here at the Railroader Discord. Yeah, Hater did it. So let me grab this link here for you guys and see if I can drop it into the chatterinis. There we go. That should go to both. See, it's not... I didn't get a message over here. That's weird. I sent that out and went to both, but it only went to the vertical, not the regular. Copied that for later. What, are you in this game too? I don't think I missed a stream, so it should be accurate. Damn. Then I'd have to count. Well, because for me, it's like if I can't stream 4 hours, I usually don't fuck with it. So maybe I should stop that. I'm trying to stop that line of thought. It's a relaxing game. It really is. And there's a load of mods for it. The new one that's out, Waypoint Q. Waypoint Q has quickly become one of my handful of mods I cannot play this game without. It is confusing because you're adding mods between 2 different mod loaders, so that can be confusing. And of course, just with any modding area, there is drama. You know, modders expecting a certain level of respect or treatment, things like that, and when they don't get it, they like to throw temper tantrums. So That might still be too heavy for him. All right, that's a little better. One of them that is making a mod that is widely used and dependent on for other mods has said, you know what, I quit. You guys are meanie heads. My safety is threatened. Americans are assholes, and that's it. It's gone all political. He even geo-blocked his website from being able to be picked up. If here in the States, you couldn't go to his website. So the guy wants to be a sandy little twat. Fine, fuck him. Go do something else. Don't get too carried away with it. I am guessing there is a big update for maintenance of way. They're adding yeah, yeah. But at one point, you went to his website and he went on this whole spiel on his website, and it had a banner that would come down the left side. Then you click, OK or whatever, and then it would jump over to this side and be bigger, and then it would jump up to the top and be all the way across and be bigger. And he was trying to prove a political point or whatever, and it's just like, dude, shut up. No one cares. So of course people were saying that, and that pissed him off, and apparently he's like, oh, people are threatening me. No, they're not. They're talking shit about you, and you don't fucking like it because you're a little freaking Fruit Loop. Snowflake. So yeah, he went all political on shit and everything, and it's just like, oh god. Which is actually a first. I have not seen that happen in modding before. Doesn't mean it hasn't, but yeah. I've dealt with it in American Truck Sim as well. Modders wanting special respect. No comments, no suggestions, none of that. This is the mod. You're going to love it. And if you don't, shut your mouth, don't want to hear it, all that kind of jazz. And I forget the guy's name here with Railroader, who's being a little cunt, but yep, fuck him. Just like all the other modders that have said, I'm going to take my toys and go home, then you guys are all fucked. No, because someone else comes along and makes one that's like yours or better. Always, always, always. The ego trip that I've heard modders on in the last 10 years about, they don't feel like they're being appreciated enough or whatever. And then they're like, oh, I'm going to take my stuff and go home and make it private for everyone. Okay, fine. Bye, Felicia. Because in a matter of weeks, months, or maybe a year, someone's going to come along that's going to do the same shit that you were just doing. That's going to be equal quality, or it's going to be better quality. And they're not going to be a salty little prick about it either. That's why I don't worry about it. I don't worry about that shit. It happened in ATS. It's happening here. It's whatever. I thought I told him to go over there. Hello, dickhead. Go there. Now I want to make sure he's coming down here. But that's what happens when you get into mods, and that's why with ATS I'm just going with workshop mods, and I'm not joining any Discords, I'm not joining any Facebook groups, I'm not getting involved with any of this shit. And so far so good. I'm in the Railroader Discord, but that's mainly just to see what new mods have been released, and that's it. Or any announcements that the devs have I'm not taking part in any discussions, in any of that. I'm not, no. And same for Rex's community that I'm in as well. I'm not taking part in any discussions. I'm just there to get the mods, test them, report back if there's issues, and that's it. Keep my head down and just stream. So anyway, I hope everyone's Thanksgiving, those who might have celebrated it, was good. For everyone else, I hope your Thursday was a good Thursday. Just another day. I have no leftovers. I went to 2 different houses and I came home with no leftovers. Well, I didn't go crazy. I only had 1 plate at my dad's. And because I was hoping to get some at the sister-in-law's when we went over there. But when we got there, they already put most of it away. And the dessert was really nothing I was interested in either. So I'm like, I'm still good. I'm on a liquid diet for the rest of the night. So. Yeah, 2 is stuck. He's got 831 tons. It isn't a super powerful locomotive. T16 mogul. I had a feeling he was going to struggle to get up the hill, and sure as shit, he is. So, I might as well just go ahead and stop him. And then we'll have 1400, which is a 43 Pacific, I think. Oh, it's a 48. We'll hook him up to the tail and push him the rest of the way. And then we're going to get hammered with snow. Because you're out there in the west, right, CB? Or Pacific Northwest, as they call it. Yeah, that system that just came through to you from you guys overnight or yesterday or whatever, that's the one that's going to hit us starting overnight tonight, early tomorrow morning, like 3 a.m. or something. And it's going to last until like Sunday morning. Turn off ad blocker because we want to spam you with ads. Go fuck yourself. It's really wide. Wow. There we go. That's a little better. Bright as fuck too. Holy shit. 3 inches in the next 24 hours. In the next 48, 7. So I don't know if that's 7 on top of the 3. Where's the map? There's the radar. Yeah, so all this right here is stretching down into Iowa right now. That's supposed to be this storm that is just going to make a beeline right for this area and go right over. They go to the 24. No, I'm not gonna find them. Fuck you. Now what's the for champagne? This says total in excess of 5. They're a little more reserved. Actually, no, let me just do. Five to 8 in my area. So it's coming. It's coming. And now they've got another warning for Monday night into Tuesday morning, another 1 to 3 inches. All right, so he's there. Need to get, let's take these two off. Drop them there. All right, come on, Lando. Get the pole. SQ3 right now for the F1 sprint for tomorrow. 4 minutes left. Yeah, he's stopped. Okay. I had to take out 15 grand, I think. 20 grand to get this Pacific. Because I knew these two little engines that you start off with wasn't going to cut it. Oh. Second. Not over yet. Not over yet. You don't want to work today? I don't have to. That's a dickhead thing to say. All right, let's just send him back to get the. $73 cars. I think tomorrow I'm going to be focusing on. I have to see what time everything's running. I want to do a GT3 sprint. That one's a couple hours. I don't remember what's what tomorrow. Yeah, the GT Endurance Series for SimuCube at Watkins Glen. $1 p.m. tomorrow. So we got that one to look forward to. That is a... Doesn't say how long it is. I think it's like a 2.5 hour race, 180 minutes. So 3 hour race. And then you have IMSA Racing Series. That's at Nürburgring Grand Prix, which is a very big possibility. Maybe I'll do a couple Mazda races because I still want to try to get myself into Mazda. Just because of the expo, so I can take part in that. But man, I've got plenty of time to learn the car and get good with it. Haven't done anything on it in a month. Don't count that RX. I don't spend enough time in the rig to improve. If I get home and I'm sitting around, I'm playing this actually. So I need to be getting into the habit of going over there and getting in the rig and practice running a 2-3 races or whatever. That's what I need. I've been bad with that. And it's looking very unlikely that I'm going to be able to get anything for the new rig during this Black Friday and Cyber Monday stuff. I sent a text to the wife, and I even said something to her yesterday. She doesn't give me an answer. Oh, Russell's to the pole right now. Here comes Piastri. He's on the pole. And Norris is done. Doesn't improve. So it's Piastri, Russell, and Norris. Top three with Alonso in fourth. Oh, Williams screwed him over. My gut tells me she's gonna sit there and say last minute or after all the sales are done, go ahead and get what you need. She's gonna do this on purpose. She's gonna wait and wait and wait, and then tell me to go and give me the okay, begrudgingly. And I don't know if I'm gonna be able to keep my cool about it, because that means she did it on purpose. She waited on purpose, knowing I wasn't gonna go and spend the money, unless she said okay. Let me bring it over here. There we go. Thought I told him to. Oh, I told him. I'm a bitch. All right. Yeah. You know what? Yeah, we'll leave it like this. And here's what I'll do. I'll just go ahead and I'll use him. I'll use him to put all this stuff away. Yeah, no, fuck it. Never mind. Been there since 7 a.m. and only worked on 2 cars. Yeah, I don't think you're going to be overly busy today. Just a guess. Let's see, I didn't see that 15 stream streak because it doesn't show up here in the Meld Studio information area. That's interesting. So I might have to leave the chat up, or at least the stream manager up. We're here for Twitch. That way I can see anything that might not show up over here in the alert area. Let's go ahead and get him over here to Cherokee, to the coal mine. Come on, big guy. Get in there. Don't be cute about it. Just fucking go. Killing me, Smalls. Killing me here. Want something done right. That's nice. It keeps the waypoint there. It doesn't. So if you go into manual, it keeps it. That's. I like that. Oh, those might be too much to take up there. Bring them down just to see. And of course, the brake was applied to all those, and now we gotta wait. Oh well. There's a chicken waiting to cross. There's a chicken waiting to cross the tracks. Nothing moves in here though. So it's always going to be there. I just noticed it. Yeah, I saw some screenshots people had taken. Like one of them was like a deer, another one was a bear, or stuff like that. And of course, Rex has to do his thing. That's a fucked up eye. That eye looks all, both of them. I know what he's tried. Maybe did it himself. He tried to roll him forward. I don't know. I'm usually not one to go find Easter eggs. $1,200. That might be more than he can handle. Let's find out. Basically 1,300 ton. Get to go to the mother-in-law's here shortly. We're going to be picking up 2 beef rolls for some pizza place. And she's making lasagna. Told the wife I'm looking forward to Christmas Day. We go to her mom's on Christmas morning. Pancakes and bacon. Looking forward to that. And then we go to her dad's. And they usually have lasagna and spaghetti. I can't get my passenger service to go up over 50%. Any idea? You mean like your on your report here? Passenger service, network service? Is that what you're talking about? Yeah, okay. So that means you are not servicing all of your customers. That's what that means. Yeah, if what that usually means is you're not, if you've got Bryson and Ella and um, Whittier here, you don't have passenger trains going enough to service all of them because they have that limit of like 4 hours or whatever. That's in my history been the reason why that would drop. I'm not running enough passenger services to get everyone to where they need to be in a timely manner. With this AR mod, branch line mod, there's 2 more stations that are now added. And so if I still focused on Ella, Whittier, and Bryson and not Birdtown and Raven, then it would drop as well. No, see, we usually just set up a locomotive on, because we have passenger helper. And so you set it up where you want to go, and do you want to pause, things like that. Um, then so we'll just let it go, and it's automatic. It goes from here to Ella and back to here, or over to Bryson, wherever you tell it to go, and it just runs automatic. So it's doing more than the 3 or 4 times a day. That way, no one's waiting for a long period of time when you do a transfer or anything like that, and everyone's happy. Yeah, Passenger Helper is another one of those mods that I can't play without. Another one is Map Enhance. It takes it no more that gray and white line shit. It's all color and everything. I cannot play the game without this. I really love it. Fuck, he's struggling. 2,400 ton though, yeah. Would explain it. Unfortunately, Passenger Helper has not been updated to work with the new branch line mod. So it's kind of a pain in the ass. So before the other one I have, I was doing Passenger Helper for all the main stations out to Junction back to Whittier, but it doesn't have options to pick up passengers for Birdtown and Raven. So I was having to put pause at every station because it'll leave Junction, and if it's got like 20 people for Birdtown, for example, it's going to get to Hemingway and it's going to kick off those 20 people for Birdtown. So I would select pause. That way it won't go. Waypoint queue would work too. I haven't used Waypoint queue for that, but then remember, you're going to have to physically tell it to go back again. You're going to have to select wherever you want to go to. Now, granted, it will stop if there's a passenger depot right there, as long as it's in that track. But still. Otherwise, yeah, Passenger Helper is the best thing for you. Now, yeah, I was using Passenger Helper for the main line down here, but then I was using Waypoint Q to go from Ella all the way up to Raven and back down again. And then for the main line, I was using pause at all of the stations so I can make sure passengers for Raven and Birdtown would stay on. I would have to physically go in and select again the passenger cars, and then they get to the next station. I had to do it again. But that was really the only way I could make sure all passengers got to where they needed to go. Hey, 2 of them that got blocked. Get fucked. Tried to post it twice, huh? Likely ban evader restricted. And it was one of those cheap viewer websites that Automod got. Get him out of here. needs to go. Wait, what was that one? 17? Yeah. What a 10-wheeler, 16.9. Oh, all right. 10-wheeler slightly more powerful. All right, so he's here. Let's go ahead and stop him. Couple that one. These. Hello. Both stop farm supplies, so they get dropped off over there. Uncouple two. Then he can come back over here. Grab all these guys. E1, is that the first one? Yes, it is. Where are the others? Yeah, here. Of course, they're backward. All right, so what I'll do is drop him off there. Uncouple. We got 3 for S2 and 3 for R. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, and then B. Okay, so we have to rotate these guys around a little bit. Couple. You can go there, and then make active. Now, this is, I haven't used this before, and if I'm understanding this correctly, he's going to uncouple this knowing that one is still there. He's going to go and pick up and drop off this one, and I'm wondering, the way I'm thinking this is going to be is he's going to automatically come back out and grab this one that I leave out here. So I'm going to wait and see. We're going to follow him around. Wait. Number 2 is connected. He is not connected yet. Stopped way too soon. Or did the cars move? They might have moved. No. He's just sitting there. Stuff. There we go. 1,400 ton. Wait, what? Oh, new shit got delivered. Okay. How much? 75 cars. Well then. Okay. Let's just run him over there then. Drop off to 12 and then back to where he is now. I might wait until I decide how many I want to take. He's struggling. All right, let's see how this all works out with number one. Open Mountain Dew. We hit 4,500 followers though. That's pretty cool. Was I already over it and people left? I don't know. I don't. I honestly don't pay too much attention with that kind of stuff. Five hearts under one roof. What kind of simp shit is that, man? What's going on with old boy up here? Do I need to cut some cars? Yeah, he's about to stall out. He's struggling. Tell you what. We'll just cut him right there. He'll have to come back to him. Not like anyone else is going up there. Now I know with me abandoning passenger service, that's gonna hurt my overall rep, but it's broken. I'm not gonna sit here and try to fight it. I'm sure there's a mod that's causing issues. I've got the reports. I'll eventually get help on it. Gotta refill him too. After he's done with all that stuff. Under a ton of coal left. All right, time to watch him work. Oh, crap. I slept 10 hours. I'm yawning already. The fuck? Damn it. Got up early and stayed up late? Yeah, I forget what time I woke up. I think yesterday I woke up at 7. But by 9 o'clock, I was already ready to go to bed. I think I was in bed by 9:15. And the wife woke up at 4:30 to go to work. And I didn't roll out of bed until like 8:30. 8:15, something like that. I don't know what it was. 9 o'clock, I'm sitting down here and I'm just like struggling to stay awake. I just couldn't. I don't know. Yeah. And now I'm yawning like I need a nap. Huh, he's already here. Yeah. Oh, damn it. Nap time. Yeah, see, I did this wrong. It was closest to the waypoint. And so the waypoint was here, which means he set the handbrakes on himself. There we go. I keep on forgetting to check that. Now, I would have been live earlier, like 9 or 10. But a string of things choices that I made during the week caused me not to be able to go live as early as I would have liked. Tuesday was a super long day where I worked basically 12 hours and I made the conscious decision to not go to the vape store after work. I just said, screw it, I'm going home. I'll go tomorrow. So Wednesday, I'm looking to get out of there a little earlier than I needed to be because I had to go to the dealership to put tires on the car. He sends me out. I would have had plenty of time to get to the job site. Oh, we're not ready yet. Of course. So I ended up sitting for like 20 minutes while they finished what they needed to do with the pipe because I guess they couldn't get all the bolts tightened on the clamp. It was a water main they were doing. So I end up sitting and sitting and sitting. And I'm like, well, they needed to be out of there by 2 so I could go get to the dealership in time. and they finally offload me. Get back to the yard. I think I left at like 10 after 2, quarter after. And I raced over to the other ship, and I got there at 3. And of course, it took them a little over an hour. I was expecting an hour. But then I get home. The winds on Wednesday were just insane. I'm fully loaded concrete truck, 65,000 pounds, almost as much as a semi truck. And it was still making my truck bounce all over. I'm sitting there at a stoplight, and you could feel the truck move. Fully loaded. Like, what the fuck? So I get home, and the power hadn't gone out yet, which I was surprised about, but it was flickering. Yeah, and I'm like, a little sketchy. I'm not sure if I want to get into something and have it, go out. And so I made the decision. All right, I'm gonna let it ride for a little bit. Gave it till about 6:30. It flickered like 6 more times in a matter of an hour or 2 hours to an hour and a half, something like that. And so I decided not to. And then 7:05 off. It was off for like a minute or two and came back on again. I'm sitting here and it goes off, and I'm like, motherfucker, about time. Grab my phone and turned on the flashlight, and by the time I got to the door right here, it came back on again. And it flickered a couple more times the rest of the evening, but didn't go out again. No leftovers. Wow. The brother-in-law, the one meal we missed at the sister-in-law, he smoked 2 turkeys. He had to go out and get a new smoker. Now he's got 3 smokers. Because I guess one of them he could have done 2 inside one, but he was reading and it was suggested that he doesn't do that because all of the juices and everything from the one that's going to be on top is going to drip down on the second one, and it's going to come out looking nasty. So he went and bought another one. I think it was a Weber, he said. And he's like, take the 22-inch grill and just make it into a drum, and it goes all the way down to the ground. So he's like, and they weren't huge turkeys either. I didn't hear what the weight was, but I would assume they were in the 15-pound-ish area, maybe. And so, yeah, he did 2 of those because he loves cooking out on the grill. I mean, he's got half a patio dedicated to just his grilling area. So, yeah, he did all that shit, and I'll see, it's not doing it. Stop doing this. I applied handbrakes. Jesus, dude. You deep fried 4 turkeys? I've only had that once. It was all right. Couldn't tell you, dude. I didn't get to have a chance to have any. Didn't have a chance. I guess there wasn't much left. I don't know. So, because it was smoked, there was no way to make gravy. So they ended up going out and getting a couple of turkey legs and cooking those just so they can have the gravy. All right, is he gonna? He's not. Okay. So we'll grab him. Put him right there. Uncouple. Come back out and grab him. Stick him right there. Uncouple. We get coal first, and then we'll back up. And the waypoint refuel mod is also not needed with this because I just set those points generally in the proximity of where those are, and it automatically refuel coal, refill, or refuel water. So it automatically does all of it. He's made it. Excellent. So let's go back and get the other ones I left. And then bring them back over here. He's made it back down. He's at 1951. Ooh, boy. We want all the Raven stuff, so we'll probably cut it right there. That brings him down to 1,000. That is more manageable. I wish you could type in how many cars you want to cut instead of hitting this. And you can't hold it down either. I'd like to be able to type in, because if I've got 39 cars here and I need to cut 37 of them, 38, now I got to do this. Click, 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 click. So come back and grab these. Move over and grab those. Oh, it just crashed. Just crashed on me. There it is. That's a common occurrence. Oh shit. No, I didn't want to start this. Wrong button. I think Birdtown adds so much, and that's what's causing the game to crash like that. All right. So I got to redo all this. Yeah, it's probably a good idea to just let everything load when you teleport to a new area. Deep fried was the first one gone. Yeah, it wasn't bad. It was really juicy. I remember the one time I had it years ago. Funny thing is basically I cooked it. The sister's boyfriend was supposed to be the one doing it. and he ended up having to leave. So we basically had to take over.
Hello, motherfucker.
And cook the fucking thing ourselves. Drew, how you doing, man? What's up? It turned out okay. So. With your Timmies. Come on. Your soundbite's gonna work over here. Yeah, I'm not hearing it. I see it's coming up in the game audio, but I don't hear it. I'm not quite sure why Stream Deck isn't working right with the audio. My sound bites.
Sometimes may be good, sometimes may be shit.
I need this. I need this in my repertoire.
Sometimes may be good, sometimes may be shit.
Oh, I need that soundbite. I need it bad.
Good, sometimes may be shit. Sometimes may be good, sometimes may be shit.
Someone download that for me, and so I can. Someone get that audio clip, download it, and send it to me. I mean, actually, I could probably. I could put it as a channel points for you guys, but I kind of want to have access to hit it whenever I want. There we go. New channel point. New channel points for you guys to play with. That one's now available.
sometimes maybe good, sometimes maybe shit.
There you go. I need to download that clip though. Oh, I can download it, but I have to upgrade to a premium subscription. Oh, in order to download it, I have to get YouTube Premium. Fuck. Fuck you. So right now, to get the premium subscription, it's $41.88 a year, or $5 a month. I don't know what premium gets me. I didn't know. I can apply to an affiliate. Let's do it. There's really nothing that I can see right off the bat. I have to go and do the long way to get to that whole premium thing. Alright, so it features 50 rewards, Twitch supported maximum, custom color reward plus visuals, download public listed sounds, contact the content owner for usage rights. A lot of these guys don't have the usage rights on here in the first fucking place. Custom reward description or custom TTS voice slots, which no one ever uses anyway. Blurp buckets, one reward, any sound. That's what 41.88 gets me if I pay for these. He didn't quite pull up or back up. I need to do more emotes though. I'm way behind on those. Just don't have any creativity for it, you know? I'll start doing something, think I like it, and then suddenly, no, that looks like ass. I just don't have any creativity. And there's no point in paying someone for the shit because I'm not going to be any good with that either. Well, what are you looking for? I have no fucking ideas. Well, give me some ideas. I have no fucking idea. Yeah, I did the motion part of the monster can is done by Twitch, but like my flag, I think I just was able to download that off of like Better TTV or whatever, you know, one of those. Right. So back you go. Get more. Yeah, he's not clear down. So he's going to have to come out this way. He's almost there. Almost. Yeah. Either that or the theme, you know, with skeleton or the graveyard, that kind of stuff. But I'm just like super picky with that. I'm hard to please, you know. And plus, I play a wide variety of games, where I'm known for playing a wide variety of games. You're banned. I've been seeing commercials for that too. A new DLC or whatever coming out this month or next month or something. We should edit that Stream Elements bot response. Fortnite, question mark, exclamation point, when your balls drop. Back to the chat. And it just crashed again. Welcome to Heavily Modded Railroader. I heard that one. I don't know if you guys, yeah, I think you guys did too. I was like, wait a minute, why am I hearing air bleed off? And then the game crashed. I think it's Unity. Damn, Junior posting something in Discord. Looks like steak. Damn. All right, so we got parts unloading, then we got rail ties, and then steam and electric. We're gonna go all the way over here. Of course, these two are ready to go. Drop off. Uncouple. And it's two, right? Yeah. And it's back over to the whiskey business. Got one and two. Two. Put the coal cars over here. R2, R2, S. Oh, that's cannery. It's these guys. Go. Yeah, this is definitely one of my top two mods. Maybe my top mod. Map Enhancer has been my top mod, my top must have in order to play mod. This is quickly becoming a tie for me. Maybe stays number two because I can still use the regular waypoint. just takes longer. But if you're a single player person doing all this, regardless of how many mods you have, the more you open up, the further stretch you're going to be. So having something like this helps you free up so much time. You can make sure your trains stay, if it's a dual track, where you want them to go, so they don't end up running, you know, hey, I'm facing another train, because they're on the same fucking line. You can set up a whole damn area, pick up and deliver and move and do all, you know, all of that, and then go focus on something, and then do the same over there. Then go focus on a third thing, and then all the while it's working in the background, doing everything good. 99% of the time without any issue. All right, he's already at 568 tons. So let's come over here and grab these guys. Stop him right there. Let's grab these guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We got 4 going to creosote, 1 to diesel. Two to rail ties, and then I got to flip around and deliver these. Yep, I counted right. What time is the F1 race tomorrow? It's right before I go. I was planning on going live. Oh, no. 8 a.m., 8 to 9. Then qualifying's at noon to 1. So I'll be live streaming while qualifying. I will probably be live after the... Cut it right there. 9 grand now, so I can buy some more. Let's see, the F50. Yeah, screw it. They need that for paper. Oh, shit. That was wise. That was a great place for it to be placed. And I still gotta buy 3 sets of log car. 2 to supply Ella rail ties here, and then 1 more for the sawmill. As earlier, I was talking about the whole vape stuff and everything, and how I should have done it on Tuesday, but I didn't. Didn't have a chance to go on Wednesday, so I had to resort to going today, and he didn't open any earlier for Black Friday. He opened at his normal time, so I had to get down there, and I get there at 5 to 10. Great. Not open. Okay, fine. I'm waiting. Now it's 5 after 11, 5 after 10. Still not opening. I'm like, what the fuck? This asshole's late. I don't need this. Why is that disconnected? See, I didn't do it right again. Son of a bitch, no, stop. he can go around. Oh, set it so. Go. Come on, click on you. Now we'll bring him back down over here. There we go. The supplies is right there and explosives. Well, it's a coal car. I was a little surprised to see 828 ton, but he's got 4 coal cars on, so those aren't light. 50, 50, 85 and a half, 85 and a half. And then 77 tons each, 2 grains. He's got some weight. He's a little heavy. First one was here. Couple. Second one was up there. And uncoupled. And it's back all the way down to the interchange. Or more. I hate it when buried in there. What the fuck? Grab that one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Drop off 3. Then you can just chuck the other one right in here. Chuck it right there. I do want to go diesel as fast as I can. That is the goal. this is over here. No idea what that is. So I hate to say it, but the estimates I have for the truck rig has me at about $2 grand, not including a seat. Yep. Well, that was the rig, and wheelbase, 2 monitors, and a Stream Deck, I think. So on Amazon, I've got a clutch coming. There you go. Yeah. Yeah, as long as you got acidic pedals, they don't work with other. So I've got an Amazon that's $1,500. A Stream Deck, and that will be for iRacing controls over here, because I'm going to take the XL and put it on the new one. That's the plan. So, and then I'll have to go on the Etsy and get a. No, actually, I only need one. No, I'm gonna have to get 2. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get 2 Stream Decks. Because I'm gonna need one for, since it's gonna be 2 rigs, I'm gonna need a box to control, everything on the Stream PC, as well as one to, for my, settings for iRacing and things like that. So that actually just went up another $100. So anyway, I got Stream Deck in there. I've got a Samsung 49-inch G9 1440 curved monitor. I could go a little cheaper. There was one at Innocent or whatever. That was like $50 less. But I decided to go with this one. It's 30% off. Then I got a Skeptor 34-inch ultra wide, which is the exact same as what I've got up here for just monitoring everything with the Stream PC. So I can just, that one over there is a 34. This one's a 34. So I can just copy it, so they'll all show the same thing. I don't have to do anything special. And that one's only $187 right now. I've also got the Moza trucking bundle. Now I could take it off of here and add it to the Micro Center order, but for now it's on here, and that's $500. Comes with the brake pedal and the throttle, desk clamp, an R5 base, which you cannot buy an R5 by itself. As far as I know, you cannot, and the truck. Now the other option is to go with an R3 and buy a truck wheel, because that's on sale as well. And I saved myself a couple of bucks, because here's what I'm thinking. I don't care for the Moza cheap cups, the SR2 lights or whatever they're going to be. So if I just go with the R3 with the truck, I save, I don't know, $50 or whatever on that. I won't have the clamp, which is kind of a downer. I don't even know if that, is that a desk clamp, or can I put it? I might be able to mount that to the aluminum, to the profile. Yeah. Now that I look at it, I might be able to mount that to the profile. So the desk clamp might be a must buy. But anyway, I forget what I had in my cart. I had a GT1 from SimLab and the integrated single monitor mount, so it's attached to the uprights, and then I had one on top of that. Turns out to be cheaper than if I had gone to track. But since Moza is now distributed by Micro Center, I could always just kick all that over to Micro Center and pick it all up all at once. And then all I gotta do is buy seats and then mount that seat high enough where I'm, sitting like I might be in a truck, which is not going to be easy. It means I got to get more profile. And I've got profile laying around here, but I don't know if I have enough to do what I want to do. But yeah, that would get me going. The other thing, if I wasn't going to go for the pedals, so if I went with the R3 with the truck wheel, which is just fine. I don't need a high-powered wheel. R5 is probably the max you need for ATS or Farm Sim. I was going to put the Ace-Tech S-Class pedals, separate ones, on one of my credit cards. Because it's like $450 right now. Or no, less than that, actually. It's on sale, I know that. But with the Malone discount and, that almost equals out to what shipping is going to cost. Put it on the racing rig, since I've inverted the pedals anyway. Then take those pedals and move them over to the new rig because that's got the clutch with the Sim Magic P1000s. Move those over to the new rig and done. So save myself a couple bucks on a Moses setup and then spend $400. Put it on the credit card. I don't care. I'm paying. I pay that regularly anyway, so it's not a big deal. There you go. I bought one once before, and I had just gotten rid of. I think I was going to do it with the P1000s, and I learned that it wasn't going to work or something like that. Or maybe I had the La Prima Tony Kanon ones. I don't remember. But I ended up returning it. But this is all contingent on the wife saying go ahead. Which, like I said earlier, we will probably wait until Tuesday to say. In which case, all the sales are done and over with, and everything's back to basically regular price. And I have no idea if I'm going to be able to keep my cool with that. Now, there is a logical side of my mind that says, yeah, maybe you don't need to go out and do this. Because we are coming up to an uncertain part of my season where I could be sitting home more than I'm working. So there is that thing hanging over, and having the extra money in the account, since I don't know, if playing the unemployment game can be a pain in the ass. So, and I guess there was rules, the rules have changed for unemployment now. If you make $300 in a week, you're completely kicked off. Whereas before, say you were getting $600 a week from the state, you can make up to $300. And then from there, if you made, it was a sliding scale all the way down. So if you made 400, instead of getting, if you made 290, you'd still get your full payout from the state for unemployment. If you made 400, you'd still get your unemployment, but it wouldn't be the full 600. It would be a sliding scale down from there. So you made $100 more than your halfway point, you might get 450 or whatever. You won't get the full amount. Now, apparently, you don't get shit if you make $300 in a week, which is quite interesting. I did not know about that little rule, and here, how about I do this? Let's grab these. And we're going to kick it over to here. 3. And then we'll take 2. No, 5. We'll take all 5. And then we'll kick them over here. Drop off 3. And then I'll probably have to wait because I want to grab these two and line them up with these over here. Musical chairs. Waiting for the boss's answer, though, because I'm so certain she's going to do that. I'm almost thinking it's better to ask for forgiveness than permission. But, like I was just saying with the logical part of my mind, do I need a second rig? No. Does what I do now work just fine? Yes. I am a little limited, if I want to do something like construction sim. I really don't have the space over there for a joystick, let alone 2. I think the games would play better on a ultra wide than triple monitor. There's really no way that I have seen so far that will allow me to easily convert the racing rig into the trucking. There is one thing from Advanced Sim Racing, but it's not quite right. It has a vertical and horizontal adjustment as well as a tilt for the base, but it doesn't tilt it up far enough. It needs to go to like at least a 45-degree angle, if not 60. And it doesn't go up that far. Because in order for the wheel to be in the right position, I'm going to have to lower the main bar that the base sits on, crossbar, and then move my seat up. And then obviously the pedals will have to move up as well. Since I've inverted these, you can't do that. Because in my truck, the pedals are almost right underneath the steering. They're right underneath the dash. So basically, if you're looking at the side, I'm sitting here, the wheel is right here, the pedals are right here. So when I'm sitting in a chair, my legs are about a 45-degree angle from the knee out, which isn't quite the same as when you're sitting in a racing seat, in that racing position. So unfortunately, it looks like there's really no easy way to convert the rig from one to another, depending on what game I play. Yeah, the R3 is $299, and the truck wheel alone is $230, basically $240. So $300 and $240. Actually, it's more than the bundle. That makes it $540. I just don't want to be stuck with another set of pedals because I've got the clutch here for the Stim Magic and I can't use it on anything else. So if I end up using the pedals that come with the Moza bundle, then what am I supposed to do with the class? Don't use it in iRacing. Don't use it in anything else that would be sim racing. So that's where I'm coming from on that part. But I'm also looking on the marketplace. So far, nothing's coming up, but I've been keeping an eye on there to see if anything comes up that's worthwhile. Save some money. Unfortunately, as far as racing chassis go, the only ones that have come up that were profile, they were wanting way too much money for. Basically, they were wanting their initial investment back, which I can't stand when people do. You spend X amount of money and now you want basically the same amount, if not maybe a couple $100 less. No, it doesn't work that way. You spent $3 grand, you're still wanting 28. No, I'd rather go out and get it all brand new then. Not have to go to someone's house, tear it all down, carry it out to my car, and then carry it into my house and put it up. You're knocking more than just $200 off of it there, buddy. All right, now he's going to be on his way to Whittier. Oh, wait, wrong one. He's just going to sit here, so I'm going to send him over here. We're going to grab the rest of this stuff. Whiskey business, whiskey business, whiskey business. Whiskey's getting a lot of cars, damn. We got 2 more. Bam. Drop off 2. And from there, it's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 grain cars. What was next after that? R1. S1, S1, S1. Okay, that's John on the other side. R2, R2. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. R1's right there. So there's 1 getting dropped off. 5 there. Push these back a little bit to make sure they get in, and then that was 3. That should be it. Yep. How's 2 doing? He's coming over here to get these right now. Taking a sweet fucking time, he is. I gotta watch to make sure he doesn't take this, because he'll clip this car right here. But he might be too long for that. Yes. Reroute. Reroute, you asshole. You're not going that way. This music is making me think it's Satisfactory or something that I'm playing. Wow, 1,300 ton. Holy shit. Well, 2 coal cars and 6 fully loaded, or 7 fully loaded grain. A lot of weight. A lot of weight for that little locomotive. So now I should drop them off. Yep, you did. Excellent. Ah, timer wasn't on for the expo. That's why I haven't seen it come through. He's clear. He's clear. That this should be no problem for him. Well, shouldn't be that much. Wait. 1,000 ton. You got it. Samsung, tap here to agree to the new privacy policy notice. We can't send you special offers anymore. Maybe that's why I haven't been getting crap freaking apps and games getting installed on my phone whenever they do an update like they used to. I had to go through and delete like 3 or 4 games and shit that they keep on installing on my phone that I didn't want in the first fucking place. Oh, you wanted to play Cherry Crush, didn't you? We installed it for you. You can fuck right off. You know the downside of being into a hobby like this with computers or sim racing, shit like that. None of it's cheap. The wife for the last couple of years, even my sister, you know, we need Christmas ideas. Like, you guys can't afford my Christmas ideas. Find something cheaper. No! I'm gonna quit streaming and I'm gonna do nothing but put together puzzles. That will be my new hobby. There she is. She just left work. So I think tomorrow, yeah, we're looking at like a 10 or 11 a.m. start Chicago time. So y'all can do the difference there in your own time zones. Yeah, mainly focus on GT3 racing. Get warmed up, laps into that, then do the GT3 Sprint Series, which is a 3-hour race at Watkins Glen at 1 o'clock. Yeah, I want to get a couple races in before I do the sprint race or the endurance race. I forget what the official term for it is, or the official title, but I don't want to just get in and be like, all right, let's do 3 hours. The other thing I'm worried about is my shoulder going to
Hi, everybody!
Wheelman, what's up, bud? How you doing? Is my shoulder gonna put up with it?
Hello, motherfucker.
Mr. Kojak, how you guys doing? Does this work? No, it doesn't. Excellent. Anyway, I might try to pop some Advil before all that. So we'll get the 180-minute race in, but I want to do a couple races before that. At least maybe a fixed race or in a sprint race, something like that. We'll see how everything boils down time-wise, and then we'll do the endurance race. And then, depending on how I feel, maybe a couple of Mazda races. I don't know where Mazda's at this week, so... I have no, well, no, I think I have no leftovers, but the wife brought home a plate wrapped in tin foil, so I don't know what it is, if it's dessert, food. She hasn't said anything to me, so I'm going to assume I have no leftovers. The wife was like, well, you should have said something to your sister. Well, she usually asks. She didn't, so... I hate weekends like this, though. 4-day weekend, possibly a 5, because as of right now, I'm not scheduled to work on Monday, but there is the possibility I get called in because I'm the next person on the list if they need more people to get called in. So as of right now, I am off on Monday, but these days completely fucking me. You know, I'm sitting here yesterday, and when we got back, and I'm like, all right, well, oh, no, I have no shows to watch, because it's fucking Thursday. Gold Rush isn't on until tonight. Tulsa King and Landman aren't on until Sunday. Fuck. Here, grab all these guys and stick them all up. I'm on to our therapist Monday. Last day for OT. You already found out right away she got a boyfriend or not, huh? surprised he just didn't come right out. Our player doesn't tip his cards that quickly, huh? Doesn't show his hand that fast. Damn it! No, you. There, he rerouted. Good. Good, 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 good. She can tan. She gonna tan your ass. And her boyfriend gonna dance on it. Debatable. Debatable. My age, no. 5 or 6 years younger. Yeah, no dose. How you doing, man? What's up? How you been? Oh, and I looked at my subscriber list. The longest subscriber, of course, is me. It's my channel. 101 months is when I got affiliate. 101 months ago. Oh, is everyone okay? I see the gift subs 35% off to you when you do 5. Ends in 2 days, 21 hours. That's, I didn't set anything up, so that's Twitch that set that. I think where is the there it is. Yeah, I still have 60 hours remaining on the promotion. Not like it really matters. I mean, you guys aren't one for doing that anyway. So, I mean, if it was individual, I think it would be a different story. But, if it's 5, I think that's, yeah, not quite the thing we do here. Not that I'm complaining, but still, I'm just, it's not a promotion that's quite catered to the channel. But of course, it's what Twitch gets most money on. Apparently my camera just froze. Flashing at me. Yeah, we've got one here. Oh, now it's back. I gotta refresh my fucking... There it goes. That was weird. It's steady green when the camera's working fine, and then it started flashing blue. That was weird. Shit, there's a ladybug floating around in here. You notice one thing I haven't noticed down here a whole lot of since I mostly finished off the room here? Spiders. I haven't seen a single fucking one. Odd. This is one of those odd things I noticed. Yeah, we've got one here. Let me go into AccuWeather. That's what I've been using for the screenshots in Discord. Still 6 to 10 inches starting at 4 a.m. tomorrow until 3 a.m. Sunday. And then Monday at 5 p.m. until 7 a.m. on Tuesday, another 1 to 3. So we're about to get dumped on. We're about to get dumped on. And see, that's what happens when I don't turn on my snowblower to make sure it works. If I go out and do it tonight, you know, before the snow starts to fly, you're gonna see on radar a magical little bubble here where I live. Yeah, I haven't since I finished off the room, which was what, 2 months ago, month and a half ago. I haven't seen a single spider, and it's not like I put anything up in the joists here either, which I plan to do. I got to do something to help kind of seal this room off a little bit more so heat stays in here. I honestly haven't noticed. I just noticed today when I drove past where the wife works that one of the snow removal companies finally put their equipment in the parking lot of Menards. All right, he's done. All right. Next, let's get these guys delivered. One, two, three, four, five. Let me bring him back down. Grab him and move him over here. Yeah, they had a couple of dozers, front loaders. So while the snow is falling, I'll be streaming. I asked the wife, "You got any plans to go anywhere?" And she goes, "No." And I said, "Good." I'm not going anywhere either. Oh, mother dickhole. They all won't fit. All right, so all this stuff here is too heavy for this one guy to take. So yeah, I hope to be live between 10 and 11 tomorrow after the sprint race for F1. And I'll either call it after I'm done with the endurance race or short, before 5 or something. So we'll get a nice long stream in tomorrow for sure. That's the plan. Junior's getting steak at work. They gave steak meals to everyone for 200 safe days. And they ain't no small steak either. That's a good sized fucking steak he's got. That's a nice thick steak. That looks pretty damn tasty. I was like, yes. Yeah, I need to steal this one from Demps. This one right here. Heck W. I need to steal that one and put that on ours. I think a couple of these I might end up stealing. There's some good ones. I was just thinking about getting this one. Luca has it. Luca, I'm stealing it. Probably gonna steal the cat one too. Works fucking his are goated. I'm sorry. I love Cork. I need something like these: the 0x, 2x, 1x, 4x. like what Malone has. I'll probably have to make them. Not too big of a deal to make them. Fuck. Oh shit! I just. What timing, huh? At least he didn't know me. You know. I'm surprised Indy hasn't come down here to tell me it's time for food. It's usually like clockwork. 1:30, 2 o'clock, 2:30, somewhere in that area. He's down here. Telling me it's time to eat. I'm surprised he hasn't come down here. He must be passed the fuck out. Yes, very lucky kitty, staying nice and warm. And in an area that you will not go. You cannot go. Defenders of the milk. So let me ask you guys this. Does this mic sound better than the one that I use over on the rig? About the same to you? All right, on couple 3. About the same to you as well. All right. And I think it was ties. Yeah, ties and diesel. Yep. You asshole. We got what we need. So we got mining supplies and the ties and diesel.
Hello, motherfucker.
One couple. Ties. Drop off 1. Drop off 1. And then come over here. Undertaker, how you doing, man? What's up? Tell you what, you guys came in at a bad time, though. about time for me to wrap it up because the wife's going to be on her way home. I still got to take care of the dogs and then get ready to go to her mom's. Had to work on the van earlier. I do ask that everyone crosses their fingers and says a quick little prayer to make sure my snowblower works tomorrow when I fire it up. Seeing I haven't tested it yet, because I know if I did already, that snow would disappear, would not do jack shit around our house. And I want a very heavy snow season this year. That's what I'm hoping for. Feels like a Taco Bell lunch today. I haven't had that in a minute. Every time I think about Taco Bell, my mind just thinks, you know what? Go get some ground beef and make your own. I'd prefer to have nachos anyway. The wife busted out one of the Taco Bell, taco kits or whatever, and I think she used the seasoning. Fuck, was it bland as hell? But I'm like, you know what? I haven't had the hard shell, for a long time, and let's crack them open. Might as well have a couple instead of wasting them all. Fucking stale as shit, dude. Thermostat. See, I got lucky when mine went out. It was stuck in the open position, so the engine wasn't getting as hot as it wants to be. But it wasn't by much. It was only off by I'd say 5 degrees, but it was enough to throw a code. Ooh, yeah, close. Oof. That's dangerous. Yeah, since mine was stuck open, I was able to just say fuck it and drive on after a few, for a while. But there was the danger that it would, maybe fully break or whatever and then close. Yours is currently stuck open. Yeah, that Pentastar that's in the charger, its optimum temperature is like 206 degrees or whatever, and I think I was going to like 203 or 204. And I'm like, so what's the big deal? Why is it throwing a code for that? And looking online, that's for. So they were like, oh, your fuel efficiency might drop off. I'm doing 33 miles of a gallon. So I lose 1 or 2. Who cares? And that's what happened. I went down to like 31. But I knew I had to get it fixed. I didn't want it to get stuck the other direction. I'll tell you what, I must be in trouble with YouTube or something. Because I'm not getting the views anymore with my live streams for vertical or with regular. And vertical for a short time there was going bonker. But I think I got myself into hot water because I got caught playing copyrighted music. So I'm wondering if I'm still in the doghouse with YouTube and it's not pushing my videos to subscribers or to the general public, you know? Because for a while there, vertical was getting a whole bunch of fucking views. I was like, sweet, all right, I'll stick with this. But now, 7 views. I think the highest I got with it on one of them was almost 300. I think. Something tells me the algorithm might not be pushing. Oh, wife is home. There go the dogs. All right, guys. Yeah, time for me to wrap it up so I can go ahead and, like I said a minute ago, take care of the dogs and then go ahead and get ready because she wants to get out here as fast as possible. So I will catch you all tomorrow. Like I said, early start, 10 or 11 my time, Chicago time. It will be right soon after the F1 sprint race. We're going to get some races in at Watkins in the GT3 before I do the GT Enduro race at 1 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. That's a 3-hour race that I'll probably crash out of in like 2 laps, but we're going to do it anyway. And yeah, just chill with the GT3s at Watkins. So appreciate you guys hanging out. Be safe if you're gonna be getting that snow, and see you guys hopefully back here tomorrow. Thanks for watching, man. All right.